What are some of those ways that a guy can create some of that flirty energy? Because, this is like when I think back to my own journey and just trying to be better with women, one of the things that I originally struggled with was like, if I knew I liked a girl and I had a crush on her and I found her attractive, I didn't know what flirting was, even though I knew the word flirting. And so like,
Right.
what is it that really creates that energy?
It's your body language, it's your tonality, it's your facial gestures, it is the way that you're touching. That's like 80% of flirting is all coming from within your body without a single word being said. The other 20% are from the words that are being said, that are things like misinterpreting what she's saying to use it as something flirty, using sexual innuendo, making statements like, "Hey, stop flirting with me. Like I'm not that kind of guy." Those are words that you can spit out in conversation, but they have to be coupled with strong body language, touching a little bit, with your eyes and your eye contact. If you're making a flirty remark to a girl, or you're saying something that is trying to be misinterpreting what she's saying as something flirty, but your body language is closed off while you're delivering it and you're not making eye contact, it's not going to come across the same way, and it won't create that energy and that spark between you. So it's a combination of the full package from this side of you plus the words that you're saying out of your mouth.
What I really liked about what you said is like a lot of it is nonverbal. And I think too many guys get hung up on like the words. And a lot of times the words, just thinking back to my own interactions, like a lot of times that flirty energy can come from my eye contact alone. Just holding that strong and dominant eye contact can create a little bit of that energy because so many guys don't hold strong, dominant eye contact. And so I think one takeaway for me is like just doing things that make you stand out above all the other guys that could have approached her, who probably don't hold good eye contact, who are too afraid to touch her. And then another thing I wanted to add on is like, so many guys are too agreeable. And so like one of the easiest way, at least that I found to create that energy is just like disagreeing with her. So many guys they like, oh,
Oh,
I
I
want to
love
build a
that. Yeah.
connection with her. So they just agree with her all the time. And I think what can create a lot of that banter is the moment you disagree with her, now we have something interesting to talk about, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah, for sure. And it sparks a challenge. Somebody said something to me the other day that was really interesting. They were talking about this other person on YouTube who was saying women don't want like a little kitty cat that's crouched in the corner that they poke and the cat goes meow. Like they don't want to like play with something that's a little bit timid and maybe doesn't really want to play back. What they're actually looking for is they want to poke a tiger. They want to see if that tiger like gnarls back at them, jumps on them, plays with them, does something kind of playful. That's what excites us. That's what we want to see when we're interacting with a man. So if a guy that we're talking to does disagree with us and like kind of pokes us in the arm at the same time, telling us that we're silly or that making fun of where we went to school because of the comment that we just made, like that's something that can energize us and provide a challenge for us rather than
Mm.
what most of us are used to. I mean, there's gorgeous women out there who are very used to men consistently agreeing with everything that they say, and that becomes boring and dull and lifeless, and there's no feeling in your stomach that comes from that. So as soon as you do hear somebody disagreeing with you in a playful way, not like in an asshole way, but in a playful way, right away it sparks something inside of you that makes you want to either be correct, win, understand why this person isn't agreeing with you. And that's where that energy and spark for flirting comes from.
Mm. When you made that analogy, I think it really connected a dot for me, which was like, if a girl like tests a guy or makes fun of a guy, is that almost the same as like you poking him to see if he's a
Yeah, you're
lion or
like,
if he's a
okay,
little
let's
kitty
see what
cat?
you got. Let's see what you got. It's interesting though, because when I did read that comment from somebody, I always try to think about like all women because I know that that's what I like. I've interviewed about 7,000 women by now,
Mm.
but I also handpick those people that I interview who all are also open to being interviewed. So most likely they're also extroverts, or at least people who are outgoing on some level. So I do always try to think about like the shy girls or the timid girls. Do they want that same thing? Are they attracted to the same thing? And I don't actually know that answer. I know that my sister is quite opposite to me. And I do know that for her to feel attraction, she does need more of that energy to pull her out of that shell. But I wouldn't say that she wants to poke the tiger and have it lunge back at her. She'd probably want to poke the tiger and have the tiger confidently come up to her and like lick her face or something. Like it's just, we don't want that timidness. So there's different variations of what us women are going to respond to based on our own personalities, which it's best for guys to actually read the women that they're interacting with, to figure out how strong their bite needs to be with those women when they're flirting. But I would say that all women want to feel something when they're interacting with a man. And what they don't want to feel is that they're the ones who are put into the masculine role, that they're the leaders, that they're the ones who have to carry the conversation, that they're the ones who are stronger. That's a complete turnoff and instantly puts a guy into a space where we don't even see him as a friend. You can call it the friend zone, but we just see him as not a sexual option and not somebody that we want to interact with for much longer.
I commonly refer to that as like being a dickless Ken doll. You're like a dude, but you might as well have nothing down there because it's not going to happen.
Right. Nothing's going to happen.